that street theater. Like I say, when I start videoing or uploading, they act like they're arguing. There's never a blow thrown. Never. And as soon as I stop, they're gone. Now, let's see who wants to jump in front of me now. But I was saying, I got the overdraft notice from U.S. Bank, and I called Netflix, and I asked Netflix, number one, how did you get my banking information? And they told me that I had provided to them when I signed up on Netflix. And I told them, you're alive. I said, because I don't attach anything for automatic withdrawal from my accounts. So I never gave you the information. He says, well, I tell you what I'll do. I'm going to call U.S. Bank and put that $8.99 back in your account. So you go call them back and tell them that your account is cleared. So I waited about an hour, gave them a chance to transfer the $8.99 back to my account. And I called U.S. Bank. And they said, no, I no longer had an overdraft. But since they had treated me so shabbily and told me it's up to the customers to check their account every 3 days, I said, when I walked into the bank, I told them the issue I had with that person I talked to over the telephone, who was really rude. I told them I wanted to close that account. I wanted my $2.94. They tried to talk me into keeping the account, but I said, no, I don't deal with these banks. So he told me I could not withdraw it, my $2.94, over the counter at the teller, that a check had to be mailed to me. It took 60 days for me to get a check for $2.94. Isn't it something? Now, I've dealt with these banks over and over again. I'm going to run through the story real quick. I had this friend named Kim, and I forgave her for all the devilment she did over and over again. I don't know, God keeps saying forgive her, and I kept forgiving her. I sued her one time. I took her to court and sued her. And she paid me. But I forgave her again. We became friends. So this time she owed me some money, $480. I sued her again. So I went to U.S. Bank, which was her bank, and I had wrote up a lien for them to put a lien on her account. Now, I've done that before with other people that owe me money. I write up all the paperwork, I do the motions, and I serve the subpoenas myself. I first serve the subpoenas if I know their bank and their social security number. I draw up all the paperwork, and I serve it to any branch. And they're supposed to put a hold on that account. I've done it several times. Well, I've done it twice, I think. But I go to serve U.S. Bank with to put a lien on her account. And number one, they told me she was not a customer there. No, they didn't tell me that. The manager, when I talked to the manager, she told me that she would contact the office, the central office, and give them the paperwork to put the lien on her account. Then I get some paperwork saying that she's not a customer, that she had not been a customer since 2014. I knew they were lying because I just went with her to the bank with her U.S. ATM card to withdraw some money a couple of months previously. So I knew she had that account. And once I contacted them, they contacted her. And since me and her fell out, she let me know that, oh, so you went to the bank, huh? Isn't it something? So, then I went and wrote a motion for them to reduce her records, her banking records, from 2014, since they say she hadn't had an account since 2014. So, they took their time, but they sent me the paperwork, and it was all bull. You can tell, and I took photographs and video of that paperwork from that bank. And again, she text messaged me, Kim text messaged me, oh, so you didn't find none, did you? I contacted that bank 3 times, and 3 times they contacted Kim. They told her to withdraw her money out of the account. So she was just gloating. She was having fun. They told her to withdraw her money out the account. And you're already messing with my head. But I got everything, all my money back from Kim in the long run, everything but $10. But these banks, they're crooked. And, I did call the bank, and I told them, I say, every time I contact y'all contact Miss Kimberly Piguet. Well, we have to talk to her. No, you don't. You don't contact customers that hasn't had an account with you since 2014. This is 16. So why would you contact a customer every time I contact you? Really? So, one other note. Shortly after that, I saw an article where the bank, one of these banks, I think it was Bank of America, one of them, big name bank, got busted that their employees were making duplicate debit cards of their customers and going around town purchasing items. Now, the president, officials of the company, of the bank, said, it was just some employees, we knew nothing about it. But all these banks, all these credit unions are in on the same stealing. And an article was just released not too long ago, in 2017, how Wells Fargo got busted again, opening an account for customers without their knowledge, giving them services and opening accounts without their knowledge. So all these banks, is that still one central banks who allow all of this criminal activity. I cannot tell you again how important it is to withdraw your money from them banks. God be blessed. Take care, be informed, be aware.